billions of years of evolutionary advancement.
And then we have Cassie.
Can you see this again?
Oh yeah, baby, I can see you seducing me.
Oh, thank God. Thank God! Happy day, I'm Gloom and Glammy. Do you know what time it is?
Oh yeah, baby, it's time to seduce me. Oh.
Yeah, it's time for some friendly orgasms, and we have to go back because we missed a very, very important part. So we're just gonna quickly do that. We're gonna stay and help around the house. We're gonna do a bit of skipping. Oh shit, we're going with Damien because Damien is he's our prize pig. He's our cash cow.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
what you done? You fucking
I forgot
broke
about the party.
You broke it. Oh.
This is it. Got it.
Okay.
We got it. Yeah.
We're here.
Okay, we're here, baby. Now, last time we didn't worry about it because we didn't want to provoke Damien. However, we were notified that we gotta ask again.
Yes, do it.
I was curious, so I had to ask. However, Damien looked to me, stopping me from opening my mouth.
Because I'm technically not noble at all. At all. Hey.
I tilted my head and raised my eyebrow in confusion. Not a noble, but aren't you all brothers? If the others are nobles, that would make you one, right? It's simple math. Damien looked to his dish with a sigh. I suddenly felt regret for asking and pushing the topic. Before I could apologize, Damien spoke.
We're all half brothers. We only share the same father. Oh, damn!
Oh,
Manslut. Our mothers are all different. James, Eric, Sam, and Matthew all had noble mothers who are now queens. My mother was not noble and is not a queen.
Poor Damien. He's a filthy mudblood. I could see sadness in Damien's eyes. I bit my lip. I shouldn't have pushed the issue. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Damien shook his head, snapping out of his thoughts, and smiled at me.
For what? You didn't know. You were curious. It was only appropriate to answer.
Still, it was a bit rude of me to pry like that. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I didn't know what to say. Damien only smiled lightly at me before continuing to eat. As he ate, my mind began to wander into the abyssal plains. What was it like? What did it look like? Was their castle big? How many servants did they have? What's going on down in Damien's pants? I don't know. My thoughts were halted by Damien chuckling, most likely at my thoughts. I turned red in embarrassment. Oh no, he heard me say that in my brain. Sorry.
You keep saying sorry when you don't need to. It's kind of cute.
Oh, Damien, can we have some friendly orgasms
Yes.
now? I pursed my lips but couldn't stop a blush from running across my face. This was going nowhere. I went back to eating in futility, earning another chuckle from Damien. However, as a groan of pain escaped Damien's lips, I stopped and looked at him in surprise.
I want some pussy. Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
I heard him gulp down and hide another groan, making me even more concerned than before. Damien?
It's just a headache. I get it when I run out of energy. I'll be fine.
He was out of energy. I guess he didn't take enough when we first met, so it was just enough to heal his wounds.
None of us took, more than we needed to heal. I think I'm gonna need another kiss.
From the sound of his voice, he was fighting back major pain. I felt incredibly bad. Damien smiled very lightly at me. Very lightly. My dad just yelled, "The chicken man!" And I was Oh.
Give him it, baby.
I think we know what we're gonna do now.
Yeah.
Let's go! If he needed energy, I was willing to give it. I mean, come on, let's go! Damien instantly turned away from me before I could finish my sentence.
No. I'll be fine. Honestly, I'm so used to this. Honestly, please, no. Don't kiss me. Oh.
Damien, I know you always have blue balls, but it's fine. You don't have to get used to it. Let's go. Used to it? Used to pain? There was no way that was okay. I glared at Damien's back before grabbing his shoulder and forcing him around. Damien stared at me wide-eyed in surprise. Damien, let me help you, please. I don't want to see you in pain like this. Like, come on, we can fix this. Come on! I continued to stare at him, wondering if he'd make the first move. I wanted to help him, truly. I knew that my energy would help him not feel pain. I've got lots of energy. Damien must have heard my thoughts as his gaze changed from nervous to piercing. Oh, let's go. All of a sudden, I felt that familiar feeling of warmth run through my body once again. I felt my body slightly heat up as Damien wrapped an arm around my body and pulled my body tightly to his. Damien grew a lustful gaze before speaking. Bring your hand up to cup the back of my boob. The back of your boob? What the hell is that?
The back of it. Thank you.
Before I knew it, Damien pulled me into a gentle but passionate kiss. Heat erupted through my body as his kiss slowly and almost timidly got deeper. Damien kept an arm around my waist while I rested my hands on his chest. Yeah, we'll say that. The energy from my body was slowly draining in the kiss, making me light and warm. It was almost pitiful how comfortable and how willing I was in this situation. Still, I had no regrets. I was enjoying every bit of that kiss. Damien was a wild card. I really didn't know what to expect from him, and his kiss was no exception. Damien wasn't forceful, but his kiss was deep and passionate, and it felt almost magical. It was how I imagined the first kiss to be like, except with energy drain. Soon though, the energy drain stopped and Damien gently pulled his face away to end the kiss. Oh, Damien, why are you the one who pulled back? I stared up at him as we both panted for air. I'd never kissed like that before, and I was so lost in the moment that I'd forgotten how to breathe. Help me, give me a respirator, help! Damien moved a strand of hair from my face to behind my ear, his eyes still full of desire.
I'm okay now, but I
could feel the hold of his mind-altering spell fade away, but I still felt hot. Something told me that I wanted more, but at the same time, I wasn't sure if I truly did want to give anymore, you know? Let's keep her going, baby, let's go! This is the 7th episode, and this is what I wanted in the first episode. This is why Glammy's here! I opened the opportunity and I was enjoying it as much as he was. I wanted more, and I was going to let him keep going. I wanted to keep going. I leaned up and kissed him again. Damien gasped against my lips, but continued to kiss back. Oh, Damien! Damien! I could feel him pull on the tail of my bow, releasing it and following his hand from around my neck. He moved the ribbon to his pocket before gently unbuttoning the top 2 buttons of my blouse. Oh my god! Oh, here we go! The desire in my body drove me insane, forcing a moan to escape my lips as he ran kisses from my lips down to my exposed neck. Kiss it, Yabby!
moan for me.
As he began to ravish my neck and my shoulder in hot kisses, I leaned my head back and let a pleasureful sigh escape my lips. Ah! Damien was ruthless in his passionate kisses on my skin. Damien didn't stop touching and kissing me, making more moans and gasps rush out of my mouth into the open air. He may have been full, but he was as hot as I was.
My gosh.
Hey, you gotta kiss me while I do it. Oh, Damien. I couldn't even comprehend how much time we spent making out. Call it sinful, but I didn't care. I loved it. His touch, his kiss, his heat. I desired it beyond anything at that moment, even as he lowered his kisses down to my chest and just above my brassiere. My heart was beating wildly in my chest. Something about Damien intrigued me immensely, but something made my heart quicken for him. It couldn't have been love, but it was too passionate to be lust. What was it? However, I began to feel dizzy, seeing the siling start to spin almost wildly. I gripped onto Damien's shoulders, trying to signal him to stop, but my mind faded to black before I could let out another sound. Hey! I felt good. I didn't care that I was blacked out. I felt warm and fuzzy in the darkness. I never knew indulging in that kind of passion would be that good. I now just waited to awaken, hopefully in a good way. I felt familiar silks underneath me, letting me know that I was in my bed. I slowly sat up, stretching from the tiredness that still lingered. I felt a very soft pain on my neck and my shoulders, and I could feel my swollen lips pulse gently and healing. Boom, boom, boom. However, when I looked down at my body, I saw that my shirt had been pulled back and rebuttoned as if nothing happened between me and Damien. I was just missing my ribbon. Stole my ribbon! Before I turned and got out of bed, though, I spotted my ribbon on the pillow beside the one I slept on. Damien? It was tied around a small pin in a nice bow with a small note attached to it. I gently slipped the note from the tie and opened it to read it.
Ooh.
Oh, what does it say?
Thank you. I indulged myself, but I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Oh, you know it! I stared at the note, letting a small smile grace my lips. He indulged himself as much as I did. I enjoyed it. It was cute, though, to imagine him thanking me for something we both did and enjoyed. I brought the note to chest, letting the memories of our meeting flood my mind. I indulged myself too there, Damien. Don't you take all the blame. I looked at the time out of curiosity. The large white numbers on my phone showed 5:31 p.m. Oh, it's nighttime. It was Sunday, so I was allowed to sleep longer if I wanted to. And now we are skipping to where we left off. Let's go! Oh.
Wait.
So I woke up for school, was getting ready, and a small red note caught my attention. Have a good day. Yours. Damien's leaving notes when he loves me! My heart skipped a beat as I finished. I could tell it was from one of the boys. Maybe it was from him? Before I reached the handle of the door, however, someone took my hand.
Ooh.
Huh?
Oh, we're back, boys.
Oh! I turned to see Damien, who was holding my hand with a concerned frown on his face.
Oh. My name.
Yeah, it's Damien. Thanks for that. Your name? Hi.
My true name isn't Damien.
What?
I wanted you to know my real name if something was to happen.
His true name? What did he mean? Why was he telling me this now? What's his name? Greg? Flaffer? Winkle?
Oh, gosh.
Sean Prawn? I remembered reading a demon's name from the journal I read yesterday. If you knew a demon's true name, you could summon them to you, no matter where you were or where they were.
Ooh.
Damien, oh! Damien gently pulled me to him and leaned closer to whisper in my ear.
My name is Israel.
That's very exotic. You is rule, my world is rule.
Oh no.
As he said his name, I could feel it lock into my memory. Something in my head would make sure I would never forget it. Is rule. Makes me want to twerk. Damien pulled away and stared at me, still carrying worry in his eyes.
If you are in any danger, call my name. I promise I'll come and help you.
Okay. With no pants, hopefully. I stared up at Damien, unable to say anything. I could only nod in response. Damien smiled before releasing my hand and heading into the dining room. Something told me that name would be used eventually. A little foreshadowing here. So we beat the shit out of Lisette. We went to get our dad to pick us up. He said that he would pick us up, and then he didn't come, and now we're in the hands of this thing.
Hey! Don't dirty up Malix's prey!
The voice, which sent a fearful shiver down my spine, whispered into my ear.
You're coming with me, Miss Anderson.
I couldn't fathom what was happening, but before I knew it, I was blindfolded and my limbs were quickly tied up. I felt myself being carried somewhere and was shoved into something that echoed in the interior of a bus or a van. The doors closed and off I was taken, unsure of where I was going and why. All I knew was that I was in trouble. All I saw was darkness. I felt numb as I was taken to a place I didn't know of. Sounds zipped past my ears, first of the interior of a car, then the outside, then an echoey space with whispers and cackles of people vibrating through it. However, the wrapper on my eyes was eventually removed from my face and the bonds were cut. It took a while for my eyes to adjust, but I found myself in a warehouse, surrounded by devils, including Malix, who was smirking at me. Nicely done! I'm sure those little shits will come running to find you when they realize you didn't return to your precious little mansion. They'll search everywhere for you. That's not happening. Malix walked over and set the barrel of his gun against the skin between my eyes. Ah! It'll be so funny when they find your dead body instead.
Ooh, damn!
Do we fight? Do we say Israel? Or do we wait?
This is hard because we could get Damien killed if we call him.
We could get Damien killed, but I'm about to get killed! Oh, I can't! Israel! Ah! All of a sudden, a bright purple light engulfed the room, causing the devils around me to cover themselves. What the? Gusts of wind rushed past me, almost forcing me back. I covered my face with my arms, bracing myself and standing my ground. I tried to peek through my arms to see what was going on, but the light continued to shine brightly. As the gust slowly started to die, the light began to fade, revealing Damien with a blank expression staring coldly at Malix. Get him, tiger! Oh, Damien.
I'm here, as I promised.
Damien! Malix moved his arms from in front of his face and slowly took in the new sight in front of him. Quickly, Malix's face turned to that of pure evil delight. Out of 5 pretty boys, you summoned the pathetic one? What a fucking loser! Damien stared at Malix, silent and fiercely cold. Damien began to walk towards Malix, one step at a time. Malix, however, brought his gun, pointing it at Damien. Damien!
No!
So long, pretty boy! Malix pulled the trigger and let a bullet fly at Damien's head. I gasped, bracing myself for the result of the shot. However, Damien kept walking! There we go! Damien didn't fly back, nor did he flinch from the shot. I couldn't see the bullet wound, but I knew there had to be one in Damien's face somewhere. I mean, come on. What the? Fucking die already! There was no blood, no fire, nothing. It was as if Damien didn't really exist. He walked towards the now frightened devil. What crap spell is this? As Damien finally reached Malix, the devil jabbed Damien's head towards the ground, making Damien's body fall and slam into the concrete. As the body settled onto the ground, it slowly began to burn away in purple flames. Malix gritted his teeth. Malix scanned the room like a hungry dog hunting for its final meal. Malix's body began to glow a fiery red color in anger from the situation. The remaining devils stared, trying to figure out what to do, help Malix or watch in silence. Eris, however, walked up beside me and crossed her arms as she watched with an amused smirk on her face. Come out! The air instantly went from frantic to still in energy. What could have been described in tone as the color of red quickly turned into a deadly mix of purple and black as everything began to blend together all at once. Damien's voice finally replied, however, his voice seemed different.
What's wrong, Malix? Are you afraid of me now?
I was suddenly afraid. Something about Damien didn't fit with how I knew him. He sounded otherworldly. His voice was dripping with an almost sadistic tone as he spoke through the air. Afraid of a pretty boy like you? Ha! You don't even have the balls to face me head on. You're the one who's afraid. Looking to Malix, however, I could tell that he was off. Something about what Damien was doing was keeping Malix in his place.
Oh, I'm not afraid of you. In fact, I know you very well. You're afraid to move right now. You're practically screaming it in your mind.
Malix, in a fit of insane rage, began to shoot into the air, letting bullets fly into the ceiling. Shut the hell up! Damien's demonic laughter filled the room as a group of dark figures appeared around Malix, walking toward him slowly and menacingly. In defense, Malix fired shots at each entity around him, causing them to fall and fade away into purple flames. It's an all-out war going on here. However, that didn't stop more from appearing around him and closing in on him. Malix became frantic. Suddenly felt a pair of hands cover my eyes slightly, pulling me against someone's chest. I gasped, but was stopped from prying their hands off of my face.
It's me! Don't look!
I listened carefully and let the last two words linger in my mind. Don't look. Why? Was something being hidden from me? I wanted to know, but something told me to obey Sam's command. I still could hear Malix's screams of agony and the sound of ripping flesh. The smell of blood was covered by the harsh odor of ash and fire. Maybe it was better that I wasn't able to see. Oh, where's my James glasses?
How could you lose the James glasses? Who are you?
I'm probably in the other room, just in case I was doing some James roleplay in the bedroom.
Oh God.
Just kidding. Damien! Enough! Almost instantly after I heard James's command, the sound stopped. The only thing anyone could hear was the sound of dripping blood.
At least let me dispose of what's left of him.
What? What is he talking about? I'll take care of it. You've done enough, Damien. You've ripped his ass to shreds. Come on now. After a brief silence, a pair of footsteps made their way to my spot. Each step seemed to echo with a haunting, otherworldly tone. Almost as if a very low and dark piano played a singular note with each step each pair of feet took.
Da-da-da-da.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da-da. I will admit, you really wailed on him. You practically scared everyone out of the warehouse. It's a good thing you were hiding when you lost your glamour spell, huh?
Glamour spell? What did he mean? Why did Damien sound so different? Why was all of this being hidden from me?
It's a spell that makes us look human.
What? So you're saying I was making out with a frickin' beast? I froze. Look human? They didn't look like humans after all? What did they look like?
Like demons. Gosh, so stupid.
But Damien? As if Matthew knew what Damien was talking about, Matthew spoke up, followed by the sound of a cork popping out of a bottle. Oh, now they're popping champagne!
Yeah!
Demon style.
Well, not for much longer. Here.
I could hear the small clinking of glass being passed before hearing Damien guzzle down a liquid of some sort. The feel of the air around me gently began to warm back up, insinuating that everything had been returned to normal. Finally, Sam removed his hands from my eyes, allowing me to see around me once again. The devils, including Eris, had fled. Malix was missing, but the bloodstains left behind in his place told me that he was definitely dead, regardless of his location. What? Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing to see here. I could only nod. What had happened boggled my mind to the point of disbelief. I was second-guessing everything, lost in a sea of what, and how, and when. As we walked out of the warehouse, I looked to Damien for some form of sign that I wasn't dreaming. Damien, despite looking down at his feet, held a face of cold sadness, as if he regretted what he did. It was over. Malix was gone, and the boys were finally safe. A wave of relief ran through my body at the thought of never having to deal with that group again. At the same time, a pang of realization hit the back of my mind. The boys were only going to stay here until after Malix was defeated. That was our deal. As we approached home, I could feel something very heavy weigh down in my heart. It was late, but the boys led me inside and turned on the lights in the lobby.
I don't want you guys to leave.
Finally, we can relax.
It will be good to have some rest without the devils breathing down our necks. Ugh, I'm just tired. Can I hit the hay early?
I think some sleep would be good for all of us.
Nah.
I looked to Damien, knowing he could read my mind, and frowned. I didn't want him to know about my thoughts on the situation. I wanted to just end tonight. Too much had happened and I felt dizzy just trying to figure it out. However, Damien spoke up, stopping all of us from moving.
Should we be gone in the morning?
No! The air became still with tension. The realization of the situation hit the boys like a wave, forcing them to turn to me in curiosity. They had remembered their deal and were now awaiting me to decide their fate. I gulped, face to face with the reality of the situation. The boys were leaving it up to me. They looked like they were willing to accept whatever I had demanded. It was only fair, though, after all that had happened. Damien. I looked at Damien, feeling my heart flutter in my chest. I didn't want him to leave.
I know that we've only been here for a short while, but you've done so much for us just by giving us a place to stay. However, if I may be honest, I really would like us to stay here longer.
Damien! My heart skipped while a large red blush ran across my cheeks. The boys stared at Damien, wide-eyed, but didn't dare to speak out. Damien stepped back to give me space, returning to where he was. Zoop! I moved my gaze across each boy, trying to make a decision. Damien, he's pretty cool. Sam can leave. James, I'm into that. I'm into all of them, actually. If they left in the morning, I would never see them again and my life could return to normal. If I decide to let them go, that would have been for the best. No goodbyes, no delays. But did I want to? They had done so much for me in such a small amount of time. Oh,
Let
girl,
them stay!
Girl, you know what that answer is. I wanted them to stay. I wanted him to stay. I merely smiled, staring at the man I had come to have feelings for, before speaking at last. I would love it if you could all stay. The boys cheered tiredly, but nonetheless enthusiastically.
Yeah.
I giggled at the sight. It was cute to see everyone so excited despite the tiredness that ran equally through our bodies. Today was a rough day. My home is your home, as long as you can help with the chores. And that includes, The boys nodded in unison, agreeing to the terms I had set for them. Despite the good situation, I felt myself slowly slipping into unconsciousness. All right, everyone. We're all very tired, so let's head to bed, shall we?
Oh yeah, sleep is actually a thing, right?
We've had a very long day, but it will be good just to relax tonight, and tomorrow, and the day after.
And the next day. Oh yeah, you know it.
Sleep sounds really good right now.
Does it?
Yeah, man.
I watched a small smile grow onto Damien's lips. He shared my excitement, knowing that we would be together longer. Who knew how long we would stay together? All I cared about was that I would be with him. The others quickly left to finally rest, leaving me and Damien alone at last.
Yeah, baby.
Here we go! My heart fluttered a bit as Damien walked closer to me. He was happy and it was really cute to see him that way, so I didn't do anything but smile back.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Damien. I'm happy to have you stay here. I watched his smile brighten a bit before he cleared his throat and looked up at me with a serious face.
Listen, about what happened at the warehouse.
No, it's fine. You did what you had to do, I understand. I had accepted everything that happened and knew that Damien had to do what he had to do. He was real, and he was someone I didn't want to be without, even if that meant nodding against my curiosity. Besides, I was too tired to explore that memory further. Damien nodded before holding out a hand to me.
Come on, let's get us into bed. Hey.
I nodded before Damien gently lifted me up into his arms like a bride and carried me to my room. I didn't want to leave his arms, leaning my head against Damien's chest, but eventually I was slowly lowered to my bed and covered with my bed covers. I was still in my school clothes, but I was too tired to strip or care. I'm usually never too tired to strip, but what can you do? I looked to Damien, fighting a yawn from escaping me as he gently ran a hand over my hair. Oh, Damien. Oh, Damien.
Good night. I'll make you breakfast in the morning. Damn, I just want to get in your bed right now.
Just do it, Dad! I nodded with a tired smile before watching him slowly stand and leave my room, closing the door. Why did you take your time?
Clock block.
Why do you take your time? A wave of happiness washed over me as I laid in bed by myself. I made a good choice. Sure, it would be hard, but I could tell that I would be able to manage it. Everything was peaceful. I was happy.
Oh my gosh!
Are you serious?
It ended?
That's it? We didn't get the pure ending. That's the problem. We didn't get it.
Where are the clocks?
There should be. That's why we played this for 13 hours.
Oh. What is this?
You are an interesting creature.
Damn. What the heck?
I opened my eyes to see a woman staring down at me with a very sly smirk on her face. I opened my mouth to scream in fright, but a hand quickly covered my mouth. Again? no screaming now. Too early, silly girl. I could only stare up at the woman above me. I still felt weak, not having the strength to move or fight her off. What was going on and why was she here? Where is Damien? We're going to end it here. The finale of Seduce Me will be in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please check out Yammy's channel and subscribe. She's an amazing YouTuber. If you enjoyed this video, please give it one of these and make sure you subscribe and give that gloomy subscribe button a bit of a pick-me-up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!